This is the Canon G10, the internet's favorite digital camera. Thousands of Digicams are being resold every month. So what makes this one so special?
I don't know. Just kidding, I know.
This 14.7 megapixel shooter was originally released in 2008 as Canon's flagship compact, and it's still surprisingly relevant today for photographers on a budget. What's the standout feature? The build and manual controls. It feels like a mini DSLR with its solid metal body and dedicated dials. It's the kind of camera that makes you want to go out and shoot for the fun of it. Is it really worth your money? We're gonna have to find this out. Is it really worth your money? If you can find a G10 for a good price, they're often well under $200 used. You get a well-built camera with great image quality in daylight and tons of features for the money. Would I buy this again? Yes, especially as a secondary camera for travel. In 2025, I still enjoy using it. Its limitations actually spark creativity, and it's dependable for everyday shooting. I have no regrets adding it to my kit. Any desired improvements? Sure. I wish it had better low-light performance and at least 720p video. An articulating screen or a bigger viewfinder would have been nice too. But given its era, these drawbacks are expected, and it doesn't stop me from loving it. Alright, let's dive deeper and see why the G10 might be perfect for certain shooters out there. The PowerShot G10 is a camera with purpose. It was built for enthusiasts who wanted DSLR-like control in a compact form. And that purpose still shines through today. If you're looking for a solid compact camera for street photography or everyday use, this might be a great fit. Imagine going on a walk downtown or traveling light on vacation. The G10 slips into a coat pocket or small bag, but it gives you the manual control and quality to capture those moments beautifully. In terms of usability, the G10's classic design actually makes it very user-friendly. It has a chunky grip and tactile dials that make you feel in control of every shot. On the top plate, you have an actual dial for ISO and another for exposure compensation, plus the mode dial. No digging in menus for those settings. This camera essentially solves the problem of modern compacts that hides everything in touchscreens. With the G10, everything you need is at your fingertips. You can quickly adjust exposure or switch modes without taking your eye off the scene. It's a refreshing shooting experience, especially if you learned photography on a film camera or DSLR. Despite being an older camera, the main reason it's still relevant today is because it offers something smartphones and many new cameras don't: a truly immersive, hands-on shooting experience. You feel connected to the process of making a photo. The image quality in the right conditions is still very good. I'll include more on that soon. In short, the G10 proves that you don't need to spend a fortune to get a camera that's good to use that delivers solid results. It bridges the gap between bulky professional gear and point-and-shoot simplicity, making it a versatile tool even in 2025. Wait a minute, before I continue, please like this video, subscribe if you absolutely want to see more camera content, and back to the video. Now that you know what the G10's about, let's see how it performs. It's time for some testing. To put the PowerShot G10 through its paces, I took it out to a variety of shooting situations: bright daylight, indoors, and low light, and paid attention to its performance in terms of image quality, autofocus, and general handling. Daylight performance. Whoa! In bright light, this camera truly shines. At ISO 80 or 100, the image quality is excellent. Photos are sharp with rich colors and plenty of detail for a camera of this class. The 28 to 140 millimeter equivalent lens is quite versatile. 28 millimeters is wide enough for landscapes or group shots, while 140 millimeters gives you some reach for portraits or details. I found the lens to be very sharp in the center and reasonably sharp in the corners. The built-in image stabilizer helps keep shots steady at slower shutter speeds too. I'm keeping that. For example, I snapped some shots around golden hour, and even as light started to fade, I could still get sharp images, thanks to stabilization. Colors straight out of the G10 have that classic Canon look. Slightly warm, pleasing saturation, which is great for everyday photos. And if you shoot RAW, you have the flexibility to tweak things later. And yes, it shoots RAW, a pro feature in a compact. Indoor and low light performance. And when the sun goes down, the G10 unfortunately reveals its age. Indoors, under typical room lighting, or at night, the small 1 1/7 inch CCD sensor, common for 2008, struggles to keep up with today's cameras. You'll find that at ISO 400 and 800, noise becomes quite evident, and fine details start to smudge. It's usable for small prints or web use after some noise reduction, but it's not going to rival a modern DSLR, or even a good smartphone phone in low light. The G10 maxes out at ISO 1600 in standard settings, and there's an expanded ISO 3200 mode that drops resolution to 5 megapixels. In my shots at ISO 1600, I noticed the quality really dipping, colors getting duller, and the noise is heavy. So the G10 is best for daylight or well-lit scenes. In low light, you'll want to stick to using the flash or a tripod if possible. The built-in flash can be handy for close subjects and even has a hot shoe if you want to attach a more powerful external flash for indoor events.
I wanted to include some more information about the flash, because I know that's a really big reason people really like these cameras. I assume many of you are Digicam hunters or people who really like these older cameras. If you're looking for a camera that can do really fun flash photography with a Canon color science, whatever you want to call it, G10 does a very good job of that.
Ease of use and interface. Using the G10 is a breeze for anyone who appreciates tactile controls. The learning curve is not steep, especially if you used Canon cameras. The menu system is the classic Canon layout with a straightforward tab structure. No confusing jargon, just images and text that are easy to understand. Changing settings like white balance or metering is done either through the menu or the quick function button, and it becomes second nature after a short while. Plus, many key settings have physical controls. For example, the top left dial for ISO means you can change your ISO speed without even entering a menu. The only downside interface-wise is the lack of a modern screen or the viewfinder. The rear LCD is 3 inches and sharp enough, 461,000 dots, which was high res at the time. But it's fixed, no tilt or swivel, and not touch sensitive. In bright sunlight, it can be hard to see, which is when the optical viewfinder comes in. That little optical viewfinder is nowhere near as big or accurate as a DSLR viewfinder. It only shows about 77% of the frame, but it can help you frame a shot when the glare on your LCD is too strong or you want to conserve battery. I tried using the optical viewfinder for a few street shots, but it's a bit guessy on composition. But it did the job, and it made me feel like I was shooting with an old film rangefinder. It's actually kind of fun. Ergonomics. Given its compact size, the G10 feels really good in the hand. It's not ultra slim. In fact, it's pretty chunky compared to today's point and shoots, but that chunkiness translates to comfort. There's a pronounced grip for your right back hand and a thumb rest on the back, so it sits securely. All the buttons have a good tactile click. I've spent many afternoons walking around with it, and I never felt like it was awkward or that I might drop it. To wrap things up, the Canon PowerShot G10 proves that older gear may still be gold. It's a camera with character, offering an engaging experience that you don't get with most modern compact cameras or smartphones. The key takeaways: excellent build, lovely photos and good light, and a truly hands-on shooting feel, all without breaking the bank. Yes, it has flaws, but for many scenarios, it's more than enough camera, even today. Give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I love digging into affordable and iconic cameras like this, and your support helps me keep doing it. Do you have a Canon G10 or an older camera that you enjoy? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience or answer any questions you have about the G10. Happy shooting. I'll see you in the next video. My goodness. I've never filmed with a teleprompter before. Hopefully that wasn't weird. All right, we're doing it. 35 minutes, that's not too bad.